All right, so we're going to head on down into our feature match area here today. We have our defending champion, Just Kenneth, or Misplay City here on your screen, facing off against Confusion is Bliss. We should have deck lists up on the overlay momentarily for everyone. This is our round one of our Hoaglandia Open. I'm Jeff Hogan, joined here by Matthew Bemonte.
This is a battle between two people with probably the best usernames in the tournament, by the way.
Who's surprised that the winner of the previous Open is playing the spikiest deck? So we actually have, I promise you this is historic. We're kicking off with the Jeskai Lukka mirror.
Nice.
I'm gonna do our best. I'm gonna tell Christy to pick I asked Christy to start with the winner of the previous event. So we are gonna do our best to pull matches based on variety today, but it felt fitting to give the winner of the previous event.
Yeah.
Every format is a Lukka mirror now. Now, just so again, deck lists are fully public for this tournament. So we know that about 11% of our players have registered the Jeskai Lukka archetype for this event. For the remainder of today, Christy, we are going to avoid putting Jeskai Lukka on camera until they are the only deck left in the tournament.
If anyone's to blame, it's Misplaced City, really, here. So I'll firmly place the blame there. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Both these players are jerks. Oh, man. I'm sure this one will have a lot of high-level analysis, like who's the first one to put a Agent of Treachery into play. So I'll be sitting here digesting it just like a match of Modern.
Yeah, and normally we take a peek at matches a little bit. We're going to have someone working to pick some ideal range of interesting matchups here as well. But we're a little bit delayed, so we kind of just picked some at random for the start.
Misplaced City's hand is just actually 5 lands, so...
Yeah, you can see here, like, it's rare that, like, your namesake card is something you consider scrying to the bottom, but, like, with nothing to do with it other than this Yorian, like, it could be a real consideration here.
Yeah, what's the point? On the other hand, Confusionist Bliss hand is very good. It's got Omen of the Sea, Omen of the Sun, Birth of Meletus, and a Fires, so and the 4th and 5th land rolled up, so...
Okay, I mean, Omen of the Sea is a good pickup here. We're going to get to go land, Fires, Omen, and then that sets up their Yorian to draw 2 cards the following turn.
Yep, definitely. Omen of the Sea, definitely a good one. You see Confusion is going to scry with their Omen, both to the bottom. Picks up another land. Neither of those particularly good. Both those cards kind of meant for more aggressive matchups, but...
When can we ban Teferi in a Hoaglandia Open? That's something we'll consider doing if Wizards of the Coast doesn't manage this format. And we'll see. Like I said, it's still very early. I know people are spent on the Lukka archetype from playing in Standard, but I genuinely think we just need more information before we can say this is something that's too strong in this format. I think anybody who's thinking that it's too strong already is being unrealistic. We definitely haven't seen enough games with that already. Oh, are those good, Matthew?
Well,
is that Lukka good?
Well,
so this game's over, right? This is
sure
just like actually the stone. So you just
It's funny. I was going to mention how good Search for Azcanta is on Confusionist Bliss's side, but it's actually probably going to come over here on Misplaced City's side.
So I mean, well, you're gonna definitely gonna Stone Rain them, right? Yeah, because you just don't want them to Lukka you back.
That's fair too.
And like now, yeah, you get to reset. You get to reset the Lukka, and you get to Agent of Treachery, and you get to draw another card here. You just need anything that makes tokens. Yeah, and I like the concession there. I think the game's pretty over.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I mentioned the high-level analysis that we would provide of who gets Agent of Treachery first. Very well done by Misplaced City there.
I'd also like to point out that, Misplaced City showing us why they were the previous Open champ. They had actually no spells in hand at one point in that game and just, peeled the Lukka, and then they died. Their opponent died, right?
Very nice. So, some interesting notes here. The sideboards are a little bit different. on each player's end. We mentioned timely reinforcements at the top of the broadcast, and there's 4 on the right side there. I don't think there's actually any.
Yeah,
on the left side.
actual just like Misplaced City, just like nope, don't need to respect the aggro decks at all. Really, we see something to note here. I just noticed that Misplaced City's deck is named Capitalism, and I had to chuckle for a moment. I had to take a moment and chuckle at their deck with the USA sleeve and Lukka, where you steal. I mean, their deck is all about stealing, so naming it Capitalism feels like an appropriate moniker.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited. I think Misplaced City had a good name for the deck list last month too. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being good. So, props. Yes, it is red, white, and blue deck in USA, United States of America sleeves, and as well as named Capitalism. It's just like, all right, Misplaced City is my pick to win the tournament again.
We see Misplaced City deciding to bring in Red Cap melee here, which is interesting. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, so it's well, the deck lists are open. I was gonna say some of these decks were playing like Legion War Boss in their sideboards to be more aggressive in this matchup. I mean, I don't know. I could take or leave it. It's okay. It's good against Agent though, so you can sack the land that they target.
Yep. Pretty good hands on both sides here. I think Misplaced Cities is like marginally better here since they have Karn rolled up into Lukka, and neither player currently has their namesake Fires of Invention.
Yep. Yeah, one player has Teferi on curve.
We see Search for Azcanta coming down here again today. One of the really big gains for the Jeskai Lukka deck in this format, I think.
Yeah, that's definitely a card that, and you can see, I don't remember, I couldn't tell if these guys both have one Nexus of Fate in their deck, but sometimes like some of the stock numbers in this deck now have like one Nexus of Fate as an alternate win con. We mentioned how hard it is to attack on different axes. Adding a singleton Nexus of Fate is also mega annoying to play against.
Yeah. I mean, you start generating some card advantage, and you get to like just take infinite turns incidentally in some of the long games. Something so that we saw on like the Yarok field decks is something that you did with that too. Just like in the long games, you're like, all right, instead of decking out, I'll just take infinite turns.
Yep. Yeah, and Search for Azcanta helps that. We saw in standard, Search for Azcanta is no longer legal, but people are playing things like Narset to help find their combo pieces or their planeswalkers, and Search for Azcanta certainly helps that.
So, perhaps I should change my game category to Hearthstone for the remainder of this game here, because we see both players have Teferi, the Time Raveler, down in play, and Misplaced City again showing why they are our defending champion here, peeling that Fires of Invention, which was the one thing their hand was really missing.
Yeah, quite good here. I feel like you have to get these tokens out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like kind of worried that your opponent could Lukka you, but you just also don't have any counterplay, right? So you're just like crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. You get to play Fires, play Karn, make a Karn token this turn.
Yeah, and just hope that it's good enough.
Oh, interesting. We're going up with Karn.
Yeah. Maybe trying to find an Omen. Yep, and finds an Omen.
Well, you don't even need to find an Omen, right? Because the Karn, corporate Karn there makes tokens.
Yeah, that's true too. I think you want more ways to do it, like in case they have some spot removal spell.
Okay, and we see Fires of Invention getting exiled here, but we know there's a Lukka already in Misplaced City's hand, so I assume the next turn is going to be land, down tick, Karn, make a token, Lukka the token. Honestly, probably steal the Conqueror's Death, right?
Yeah, oh wow. Yeah, stealing Conqueror's Death is pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what I would steal here. I still feel like I would steal.
Well, you kind of have to take the Conqueror's Death, right?
ECD's so good, yeah.
Otherwise, the Yorian's going to get you.
Yeah.
You could take a land and hope they don't have another land. That's not terrible. Getting ahead on mana here seems big.
Yep.
The Azcanta here gives them a couple of shots at the land though, so it's a little bit speculative. And Misplaced City getting paid off for their aggressive line here.
Yeah.
And I honestly think this game is over.
Yeah, we're done here. The Yorion is gonna just. I mean, and it's funny. There's a Justice Strike in Confusion's Bliss hand. Doesn't kill Agent. Doesn't kill Yorion. Just
Like
you know.
next turn is going to be down tick Karn, Lukka, get
Ooh,
another agent, Yorion, blink. Yeah, and the game's just done.
yeah. Okay.
All right, well, it was a pretty quick first match here. Pretty good draws on misplaced cities for both of
Yeah.
those there. Let's not waste any time, and let's dive on into another feature here. Although it looks like I'm gonna find out what happened with our feature matches.
How unplayable is Agent of Treachery if they would have run it and it say it couldn't take lands? Is it unplayable then? I don't know. It's pretty tough.
All right, pulling up our next match here.
It's definitely still good. I just don't think that it's as busted.
I'm not quite sure how this is possible. So, Ghazi, if you're currently watching, I would like you to just